Kyle here from All Media Reviews. Here to do a review of The Warning's new album, Keep Me Fed, that came out last week, The Warning Trio. But I got my copies in the mail today, and so I'm sort of gonna do like a piggyback on the vinyl and CD collection update from yesterday. As you can see, I can show, be a little bit better about this. I've already updated it, modified. I've acquired some more of these bins. There's two different kinds of these things. One of them's a wire bin, and one of them is this wall mount basket. But yeah, progress is being made. There's a whole boatload of CDs in these cabinets. I've got a lot of my favorite stuff's in there, and I don't think my Kevin Gilbert stuff is going to end up in here, though. I just think that's going to ultimately need to be separated, but I don't know. But I got not only The Warning in the mail today, but I got a couple others, one other pre-order. And then I can also show them on an anniversary video, my wife did find her copy of Tuxedo 3. She did have it. I figured she did. Signed by both Mayer Hawthorne and Jake Wan. And then many albums of the year back from like the 89, I think it was 89, or 88. Forever Your Girl. She does have Paul Abdul's Forever Your Girl, so couldn't find them. They were in a different spot. I don't know, stuff gets misplaced easily. So before I get down to The Warning, and I know people are probably coming for the Warning video, for the Warning review, which I will get to very soon. I can show I did like I got the CD for Pepe Deluxe's Comic Sonics. I also got the vinyl finally, so it didn't take as long as I was feared. So big gatefold. Yeah, I could have the light on, but I don't know if the light makes it worse. Yeah, it kind of does. It's like maybe dim it, or I don't know. I can figure this out. So check this out. Let's see here. So I'm finally acquiring all the. Like, if you went to the record store and got this stuff, it just takes a few extra weeks or months. I pre-ordered these, I don't know, a few months ago. Yellow, it's a yellow, this one, side A. And B. Like I said, the concept I'm going to get into on this and on Queen of the Wave and on Phantom Cabin, I think. I'm going to try to, at least, to do the research. I don't know. I have a few days off, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it this week. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I will consider that. I was thinking maybe around August sometime. But the other disc, C and D in effect, it's the same color. Yep. So yeah, thick pressing. So all right, and I can tell you that yeah, these records, these releases that I picked up just now will be shown on camera. This will not be the last time they will be shown on camera, even after this month, I imagine, so probably be, regular ones. So, okay, something that will be showing up. I mean, like I said, Pepe Deluxe stuff, I want to do more with the stories and stuff like that, so. And, if I do CDs A to Z, that will be another thing to show. But another time to show Pepe Deluxe. But I did also get this. I don't know if I bought this or they threw this in. Maybe it was in my permanent package. The Freedom Flag 7-inch. They released one or two other that track of the two magicians. They released that as a 7-inch too, with Goldfinger and K, I think. But this one right here, Freedom Flag, the hot dog song. Just standard black. Yeah, the labels. And besides Freedom Flag, it includes the one that's for the it's on the IKEA soundtrack. That one I think was released as a 7-inch too, possibly. That had the instrumental version. The Earth Boys Are Easy. But, side A, side B, I don't know if it looks like the same track twice here. No, the Elmer McCurdy track is on side B. So from the Mouth of Elmer McCurdy. So that's cool. That's one of the songs I really like. So among many tracks on this album, Comic Sonics from Pepe Deluxe. All right, so enough about showing that. So the other, obviously, physical copies I did get were Keep Me Fed. Now, I have to confess, I was opening this sucker up, and this is the second day in a row this happened, I think. I got a little damage on the top there. What can you do? What can you do? You know? The record, I think, is fine, but the thing dropped. But I got the CD. There's 3 different covers of the special covers. This is the one with Ale, the bassist, the youngest of the 3 sisters, the Villarreal sisters. And I did sign too. I got the 3 of them to sign it. And CD, Keep Me Fed, the 4th proper full length from The Warning, the Monterrey, Mexico's own. Long list of credits. I can't even imagine. Kind of a variation on the cover. You know, the cover has, was it Powell with the drummer, with the whatever she's got in her hand. It's like it's not a hammer. It's like a candlestick or something. That's at the table, and of course the other 2 sisters there. At the table, you know, Danny, the singer and guitarist, and Ale, the bassist. And then it comes with this poster. So I mean, I did the special pre-order, and this is a big deal. Yeah, all the Warning fanatics, you know, this is for them, and they got probably a much more extensive package than I. There were other, I don't know, the lithographs or stuff like that, but and here's the actual vinyl. I think I just got standard black. There might have been a couple other colors or something. So, alright, so then I'm going to get into the review itself. So, of course, they released, it was like 4 or 5 singles? Maybe 6 even. The last track was the last one that was released. Autumn? Not Autumn. Automatic Sun? Was it Automatic? Yeah, Automatic Sun. I should probably be holding the actual proper, because this is like the alternate cover. This is just the special version of the CD. My slightly damaged copy now. But, alright, so I've listened to the album in whole. They released, this was Sick. They did a video for More, was 2023. Hell You Call a Dream, and they played Hell You Call a Dream and Sick live, and maybe more live, you know, going back, at least the beginning part of this year. So then Automatic Sun was another one of the singles they released. I can't remember if there was one more. Oh yeah, Que Mas Quieras was also, so they had 1, 2, 3, 4, I didn't listen to Automatic Sun really, but I'd heard those 4 songs at least, a fair amount. The one track, and I'll just get it off the bat here, that was the one I liked the most among those. I liked More. That was the one that came out in 23, like I said, and they played it live. But was Hell You Call a Dream. And after listening to the full-length album, kind of the same belief that Hell You Call a Dream is the best song on this album. Other people may not agree with that, but that's just my take. Well written. You know, I can go do my standard album review deal, but yeah, I'll just say that off the bat. Hell You Call a Dream is a banger, and it's one of the best songs The Warning's done. Just so well written. The chorus, the melody, it's just, you can't get out of your head. The dynamics are great. It flows so well. So, but, alright, 6 Feet Deep is the first track. I mean, the whole record's like 43 minutes or something like that, but 6 Feet Deep, energetic riff off the bat, the line, hey, what you gonna say when you're, I'm not sure, something on my name, because it's over 6 feet deep, because I'll be seeing you underground. I like it, you know, I'll say this, that the kind of guitar tone and sort of energetic, punchy, sort of screamy kind of element to this song, and sort of riffy, kind of almost industrial element of the guitar, the approach to the guitar and the guitar melody, the guitar phrasing, is present on many songs on this record. And it also carries a very big Muse influence. I could probably mention about Muse about 28 times on this record. How much this part reminds me of Muse, that part. They've always reminded people of Muse. I mean, I haven't been a fan of The Warning that long, a couple years, but a lot of people haven't been. But Muse has always been one of their biggest influence. They did at least some festivals with Muse. They may have done a short tour with Muse. It wasn't in the U.S. though, but it was in Europe, I think. And then they opened for, they were playing at the same festival or opened for them. Maybe it was in Mexico. I forget. Anyway, so the second track is Sick. That's the song that was the first single in 2024, I believe. They did a video. It's good. They just played it on Jimmy Kimmel Live last week when you had Martin Short as Jimmy Glick guest hosting. Didn't actually have Jimmy Kimmel on there. But the line, I'm running in my place, give me violence, kill the silence. That's that repeated chorus. Till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel. Makes me feel. Danny accents the word feel and some of those other words. And then eventually sick. And then you just get the distorted in your face guitar riff. A lot of distortion. A lot of distortion on Danny's vocals. There's a lot of that on this record too. I like Sick though. I like it probably more than 6 Feet Deep, but it's good track. Not amazing, but good track. So Apologize is the third track. I'll hold this up. 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Got a driving riff, very Muse-like. It's got this nice acoustic part in the middle and the pre-chorus. That line up, she yells, apologize. Apologize. You know, that's the thing that frequently, again, Sick, Apologize. She basically yells out the title of the track on many of these songs, like 5 or 6 of them. But just to check, let's see, I can't get If My Heart's Still Beating, just to check if my heart's still beating. I don't mean to make you nervous. Lately I've been feeling something weighing on my... Something, I thought she says neck. I mean, I'd have to look at the lyrics again. Look all the lyrics up. I might have time to read through all the lyrics, but it's weighing on something. I think it's neck, but... more yelling of the word apologize with a very distant riff. And then I think she's saying it's not your fault. It's repeated 3 or 4 times. And then we get this piano part that's really nice at the end. Let's see here. I mean, you know, I do these like recordings while I'm actually doing my research. It's not your fault now. It's not your fault now. Okay, so. Alright, so the fourth track is Que Mas Quieres, and, you know, the chorus in that, Que Mas Quieres, I don't know if they're saying that more than one time, Que Mas Quieres, which translates to, or something else, because it's, and I don't speak Spanish. There's Dime, D-I-M-E, Que Mas Quieres, yeah. Which, I'm just curious, what does Que Mas Quieres actually mean? Definition, meaning. It means, what more do you want? What more do you want? Interesting. What more do you want? Da-da-da-da-da-da. That, sort of the rhythm to that, to this song. Again, one of the singles we'd heard before. Very fast and energetic. Again, section kind of reminds me of Muse. Yeah, the title is mentioned in the second part of the chorus. Anyway, not a lot more to say. I mean, it's a little more straightforward. There isn't too many other things I've discovered with this track, even though it's been around we've had it for 4 or 5 months to listen to. I think it was February or March. Alright, so the fifth track, More, one that goes back to last year. The intro's synthy, and that's kind of Muse-like, but it is more poppy. It's more catchy. Line, there's something pulling me away. Just kill the noise. You fill my void. And the chorus, you know you love it. You know you love it. I need you till you need me. Till you feed me. Until you need me for begging for more. Yeah, I mean, it's a good chorus. Pretty strong chorus. Pretty catchy. It's got a good groove to it. Among up to this point, this would be my favorite track among the first 5 tracks. But again, we've heard this song. I mean, I don't want to burn out any of these songs, even including this one. But I knew I liked More. And we heard that it was different in some ways than different than the stuff off of Air, the previous records. So the 6-track Escapism, this is maybe the first track that kind of I hadn't heard and definitely caught my attention more. The intro's catchy with pause snare, leads to sort of an industrial groove in the first verse, but very dynamic at points. Then you hear some screaming in the background at one point. It's not up front, but it's sort of kind of harmonizing the line. I just close my something and then it all fades. Close my eyes and then it all fades. And the line, I can't but feel. She accents every one of these words. I can't but feel. I can't tell what's real. Yeah, there's a lot of those sort of. She's holding those notes on. It's like a whole note with like a dotted whole note. But then the bridge has some nice layering. You know, I mean, escapism is part of it. Really, I think I like the fact it's different than a lot of the songs on and the sound of this record, because the sound of this record kind of blurs at points to me. But escapism is a little different, so that's one reason why it's a highlight. So the next track, Satisfied, it's 3 minutes and 9 seconds, has an opening bass groove from LA, again, very Muse-like. The question that Danny asked in the lyrics, are you satisfied? I'm trapped inside this cage, I think it is. Can't keep you, please don't say it. I don't care. It's such an easy lie. It's such an easy lie. She keeps on saying that. Talking about being satisfied, she's like lying to someone to keep them satisfied. I'm not sure what that's exactly referring to. I'd have to read through more of the lyrics. There's an interview with Alison Hagendorf that I watched part of, but my wife's like, I don't want to watch this. You get to watch this. I never got around to watch. It was like an hour and 20 minutes. They talk a lot about like this MTV thing that they're doing, and then the Kimmel thing. But they do talk about the album a bit, and I didn't get it. Well, I watched about 30 minutes of it. There's still like more than half of it I haven't seen, but I'm thinking some of this may have gotten into some of the details on some of these songs on that interview. The guitar solo is good. It's kind of Muse-like. We get kind of, or Weezer-like. There's like 2 or 3 songs we get Danny kind of, I don't know, she's like bending the pitch. It's kind of quirky. It almost sounds like a synthesizer, but I'm pretty sure it's a guitar. And I know Muse has done, like Matt Bellamy has played guitar solos and riffs that are kind of like that. Kind of squeaky at points with the darker riff, almost like the darker power chord, really. But yeah, it's good. I like Satisfied. I don't, again, Escapism, I think I like a little more, having not heard either of those songs. But so the next song is Burnout, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. You're such a burnout. Lots of fuzz guitar and distorted riffs on this one. The line, you'll find out sooner or later. You'll always be one step behind. I think you'll always one step behind. You'll always be one step behind. There's some good vocal harmonies at points. The riff is quirky. And with Danny's vocals, you're such a burnout. I'm not as, the song's okay, I guess. It's not bad. I guess among the songs that we hadn't heard, I didn't even mention that. There's a total of, I think, 12 songs on here. Yeah, so I'd heard 4 or 5 of them. This is probably one of the lesser ones, but it's okay, again. So, Sharks. So this one, the verses are sang by Pau, I guess, and I couldn't help but think her voice kind of reminds me of all people Kimbra. I like the verses, actually, maybe even more than the chorus on the vocals on this song. There's something lurking in the water. You better be good. Help me now. How am I supposed to hide? And then shut your mouth, that line. Sharks, again, is a little different than the sound of some of the other songs on this album, so it stood out a little bit. I think part of it's because we get Pau as the vocalist, so it's a little bit of a change of pace, even though I really like Danny as a vocalist, but I know Pau has a great voice. Even Ale, I believe, has a pretty good voice, but I don't know the percentage of songs that Pau sings, and she's done vocal harmonies, but where she's been the lead singer or the only one singing. But she has a really good voice, but again, she kind of reminds me of Kimbra, so yeah, I like Sharks. Sharks is kind of an underrated, maybe a sleeper, might be a song that may become a fan favorite. So then the 10th track is Hell You Call a Dream. I just talked about at the beginning of talking about this record. Very catchy and memorable. It's big. Give me something to believe. It's a Hell You Call a Dream. Great harmonies. Colliding. And then the rest of the chorus or just the verses. Colliding every time. The chaos drives me wild like an animal. Maybe I don't want to be. It's even rhymes well. The dynamics, the sort of the textures that are used in this. It's so well crafted. I would put it on par with like Money and a few of the other songs, Survive, and just it has several moments I look forward to. Even though it's only 2 minutes and 56 seconds. So my phone's going off. Probably some people on Facebook. We're trying to plan the whole. My apologies for that. The whole mid-season list, which we'll probably be talking a little bit, potentially be talking about this record. I don't know. So anyway, so yeah, the chorus is super memorable. The flow, energy, production, the mix, it's very tight. The whole track is great. It's a banger. It's a freaking banger. And you know, other people prefer other songs on here like More or Sick or you know, but to me, Hell You Call a Dream is the #1 track on here. Probably always will be. So the 11th track, Consume, 3 minutes and 7 seconds. The second half of this song I really like. The first half is okay. Very groovish. Again, the Muse thing a bit. But that line, watch me, touch me, love me, hate me. The rhythm groove it's kind of like a Fountains of Wayne thing I was hearing. Or like Muse, of course. Kind of danceable in a way. Even though this is heavy rock music. Or even bordering on metal. They use the line, there's the one you know, profanity. Motherfucker, you know, line in the verse, it's got a warning on the... I can't remember if it was on the CD I saw that, or... One of these stickers had, like, a warning label on it. And it's got the little E symbol, of course, on Spotify. But, yeah, the line, Make Me Perfect For You, I really like this track. Again, compared to, like, some of the sound of this album, I mean, I'm talking about 3 songs. You know, Escapism, Sharks, and Consume. Those are the 3 like non-heard songs I'm probably liking the most. They even yell out the title of the album, "Keep Me Fed," on this track. It's yelled in the background at points. But anyway, so then we come to the final track, "Automatic Sun," which they did a video for, and I haven't watched the video because I was done trying to listen to all the advanced singles. Like it. For a closing track, it's not that dynamic, though. It's kind of dynamic, but, I mean, it's not really a ballad. It's another kind of heavy, you know, bass line, distorted riff. Look What You're Doing to Me, Time Change. You get a time change on that. Will be Your Automatic Sun. It's kind of, I guess you'd say it's a little more textured, but it's still kind of driven by the distorted riff and that sort of bass line and that Muse element that you hear. It's almost industrial sounding. So okay, that's kind of I go through all of Keep Me Fed, and you know, I'm not pretending to be the biggest fan of this band. I'm a fan, and I'm definitely more of a fan than a lot of people that could be. Is it prog? Is this album proggy? I think a little bit at points. I think they were more progressive on some of the other records. I think this is more of just a standard, you know, heavy, hard rock, groove-oriented rock album. It kind of reminds me of King's X in some ways, some of the guitar riffs. I think its best points are the energy, and in some ways its worst point is it feels so much about trying to be in your face and punchy and highly produced. Although listening to some of the songs from Air today, I listened to some of them, the production is better in some way. The mixing is better. I just think they were trying to cram a lot of sound and a lot of sort of layers exactly is the right word. They're trying to turn it up so it's heavy and in your face and loud. They want to be metal. They want to be heavy. They want to be loud. They don't want to be soft. I think that was part. I don't know if it was just them, the production they used for it, or the people they worked with, or what. You know, I'm sure they worked really hard on this record, but there was also a lot of pressure for them to get it out. So I don't know. I mean, I've only listened to it like 5 times. Hell You Call a Dream is fantastic. You know, More is a song I've heard enough times I still enjoy. I've listened to it now probably 15 to 20 times over the last year. Maybe more than that, actually more. Sick, you know, it's like Evolve. K-Mas Karis. It's a good energy record. I suppose that's the other thing, is the energy can't be questioned. If you want to work out to a record, this would be a great one. And then I would just say the fact you got songs like Escapism, Sharks, and even Satisfied to some degree. Even though they all kind of have heavy, punchy Muse elements. I mean, the vocals don't sound like Muse. This isn't like a Muse copycat band. Like, I've heard a few bands do that. But they always talked about they had this Muse influence. They don't deny they're big fans of Muse. It's not like exactly like some of those Dream Theater songs, like the songs off Octavarium that sounded so much like Muse. It's not that blatant, but I just can't help but think, okay, sounds like Map of the Problematic. This riff reminds me of this song. I think I'm that it does kind of, I don't know if the Muse part's ever going to fully go away, but it's fine that, I mean, put it this way, I think I probably like this better than the last few Muse records, so that says something. But I don't know if, I know the Warning fan base are kind of, they're very protective, they're almost, in some ways, gatekeepers, even though the Warning, we don't see how big, they play it on Jimmy Kimmel to see how much more popular and how big they're going to be, what venues they're going to be playing. They may end up, they tour here, they end up big enough to headline First Avenue, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a good record. I don't know where it will finish on my albums of the year. It probably will be mentioned on the upcoming video in a few weeks that we're going to do. And then it definitely will be on my video, of course. So I got, a lot of these physical copies between The Warning and Pepe Deluxe and Ben Sinister. It's great to have, where's the Ben Sinister? I just showed 2024. Didn't I put it here? Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. I do have a calendar update, so it's great to have some physical copies of another physical copy right here. Of a lot of the new records in my hand rather than having to wait how long or just be listening to stuff digitally for it feels like almost entirely so. But again, oops, I don't want to damage that stuff. This is my early take on the Warning's album, Keep Me Fed, and we'll see where it falls. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.